Okay, good evening from Graz, Austria. I am Jani Mäkinen commenting the next game with Mr. Davraltien. It's going to be Finland in blue. Davro, would you please announce the teams? They are getting ready. By the bullseye. So the teams are getting ready. It's going to be Finland in blue, Australia in white.
So, I have Maximiliano Diaz from the Spanish team. You had yesterday a very difficult game against the Colombian team, around 0. Today, less than 24 hours later, Norway, and it went higher than we expected. So did you think about any tactics specifically that you could do to avoid Norway for scoring so much? Because yesterday when I talked to Camilo, he told me that you planned attack against Colombia, they worked out pretty well, and then in the quarter, Norway. How it was against Norway?
Well, we tried to make up a strategy, as we did yesterday, but obviously it didn't work. They were as fast and as big and as like we expected. We took but you must have the possession of the ball, only defensive.
What was the tactic that you thought of that it did not work? What was the thing you were planning to do?
We lost the ball too easily. As soon as you can keep the ball for a little more, you can rest and you can organize yourself and make a good attack. And recently we didn't score, but I think we
When is it? After tomorrow or tomorrow?
Tomorrow, yeah. No, I was going to say that we are expecting more or less the same. So we'll try to keep the ball a little bit more and, to give everything we have on the water.
Thank you so much. And then, muchas gracias. Adiós.
Okie dokie.
Ready?
Yeah. Welcome. Welcome back to Graz. It's 7 p.m. local time here in Central European time. My name is Jani Mäkinen, commentating this game for you with Mr. Davraltien. So Davral, you know lots about this sport. What do you think about the coming game?
Well, as we discussed a little bit before, definitely Australia are the underdogs. But Fredrik Corrales, the coach, he told me we're going to try to annoy them very much.
Right.
So they
physical game then.
They're exactly what strategy they will employ, we don't know. But the Australian women are very fit.
Yeah.
So they can put in the extra effort in order to make up for their lack of skills.
Right. Exactly. That's my opinion also. I think the Finnish girls are much more experienced. They have played, many of them, for a number of years in the Finnish national
Blue team
team.
ready?
Both
White
teams
team
are
ready?
ready. We are ready to go. Just I wanted to tell you that Finland so far has played. Where is my notebook? Sorry about that. Finland has played only 2 games here. One against Finland immediately. Actually, let us. Oh, it's already in.
Oh.
15 seconds maybe, and it's number 13.
Goal.
Nelly Holmback. So one of the siblings of the famous Finnish Holmback underwater rugby family. That was
Goal,
a really fast
number
one.
13.
So this was like a thunderstroke now for the Australian ladies.
Nelly Holmback has scored. So
yes.
With the goal, definitely not the way you want to start. But this is also what happened to the Swedish women. They surrendered a goal to Norway very early in the match, and that set the tone.
So let's see. I couldn't just quite. I was looking for my notes here, so I couldn't really see what happened before that goal. But it was just about 10 seconds in the game when they scored. Okay, here we go. Finland faced Canada. Canada is the first timer here. Underwater rugby is a baby game now, in the baby shoes in Canada still, so Finland won them by 24-0. It's a blowout game. Then Finland faced also Sweden, and it was equal 0-0 against Sweden.
But Finland controlled that
well,
game.
They
controlled.
Yeah, they only needed the tie.
Attack on the neck.
Then Australia, they lost to Colombia by 3 goals. And then Australia won Italy by 2-0, and they lost by 16-0 to Norway. So Finland only has played 2 group games here because the number of the teams vary from group to another.
Smaller, yes.
Smaller group. So this is a game which is an extremely important for both of the teams because the winner of this game will go to the medal games to semi-finals. So Canadian defense.
In some sense, it's very good for both teams because they can conceive that they will win, and Finland is favored, so it makes an easy path to go on to the medal round.
Yeah.
And that was the whole purpose of getting a tie against Sweden. They didn't have to meet Norway.
That's right. Yeah. That was maybe, well, you need to put the teams in groups, and you cannot really select what you face. But that for Finland, if Sweden would have won that game, they wouldn't have faced Norway, so it would be a totally different setup. But this is the way that it is, and sometimes you have more luck in one single game. For Finland, really, I know the girls, they've been preparing for this for at least a year. So the Finnish girls certainly. I know the Canadian, the Australians. Also, I've seen them Facebook, so they have had a number of camps.
They're in shape.
They're in shape. One thing I would like to remind the audience is that we have in the Australian screen now made by the Finns, cleared by the Australians. One thing I want to mention is the player number 29, Miss Sonja Pennanen on the Australians. So she's a Finn actually, but she lived for 5 years in Australia, in Tasmanian Island. So she's about as far away you can get from home.
For a Finnish person.
So I think somebody commented, I think it was Janne Lind, that is down under, and what was the other one? This what was Janne saying here I think it was funny. So these are the extreme on this planet now, basically.
Well, Sonia is super patriotic as far as Australian underwater rugby goes. So she put her whatever she feels for Finland, it's put aside now for sure.
Yeah. So we all know Australia, an excellent nation of the water sports, swimming, surfing, whatever has to do with water. Always they are strong. And looking to the future, I'm very confident that the Australian underwater rugby will give us a huge surprise in 4 years when they get a little more time to develop, right? So it's a free throw. It's Finnish free throw against Australia in the mid-pool.
Now, Janne, I have to ask you, do you think that the Australian women are going to double forecheck, that they're going to have, it's a dangerous situation already? The ball's almost in. No.
Really dangerous situation there. I think, what I think about this game is that the Finnish girls are going to more or less occupy the whole pool so that there is no space for the Australian girls really to get into the game. I don't see really that was fantastic move by, I couldn't really see her number, but the Australian girl.
Yeah, the Australians have got it. 20, she's coming out.
Oh, Ilari Mikkola, I want to give you a kudos. I want to see you in the pool in the future. One of the juniors in Finland commenting in the...
Okay, 25, that's Jasmine Lee. And did she pass the ball already?
So if the Australians are able to control the ball in the open water, so to say, in the mid-pool area where there is lots of space, good passes from one player to another, then they may hold the ball for a moment, but like this one, Nelly here, number 24, I think she's in the Finnish, number 13. She's so experienced, and you know, look at that again.
Goal.
No, not yet.
Now.
Another wave coming in, trying to squeeze it in, not able. Quite strong Australian defense. Quite strong.
Well, on the edge, though.
Yeah.
They could easily have surrendered a goal. But
was it this number 7 from the Australian? She's a big lady. She's a really. She can use her body. She's tall.
I think she's from Denmark.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
We can check. Someone will say.
Well, most of the Danes are very tall, so there's a good probability there.
Yeah.
So it's out of the bounds.
So here's the thing. If what we must see
Blue
from
free
Australia is that they chase the ball down. Like when Finland has the ball, they must go with 2 players.
Yeah.
Rip the ball away and get out, or just cut off the pass. Mm-hmm. They will not do it with individual battles because the Finnish women are too experienced.
And I think, the Australian women, they gave in to Norway by 16 goals, so it's a sort of it tells a story. If Finland will face, I'm just speculating now, well, we're just beginning of the game, 5 minutes gone, and it's actually a surprising first goal ever since we're pretty much stayed here in the Australian end, so who knows what's going to happen, but of course Norway won by 16 goals. It was a blowout. I don't know what happened to the Australian side. So some, the goal difference in this match will tell something about the quality of the Finnish team. No doubt about it. If it's not going to be on the double digit, then the Norwegians suddenly will feel, okay, we were stronger against Australia. Now there is, in the Australian side, the captain goes and tells something on the deck referee, so maybe something that the Finnish girls have played wrongly, something, I don't know. No niin, aika lisä Suomelta ja Australian liiga kapteeni kävi sanomassa jotakin maatuomarille, että huoliansa ilmeisesti siellä altaassa oli tapahtunut jotakin ilmeisesti rikkeitä australialaisten mielestä. Suomi on ollut nyt niin kuin kuskin paikalla, Australia ei ole juuri päässyt omasta päästään menemään. Norja voitti Australian 16 maalla. Australia on tosi fyysinen, nämä liigat on kovassa kunnossa. Suomen puolella on eittämättä kokemus ja pelitaito, yleispelitaito. Ja nyt jää nähtäväksi sitten, että miten Suomi pääsee tekemään maalia. Se oli ensimmäinen pikamaali tuossa alussa.
When there's a horn, it's okay to bang. If we only use sticks, it's not allowed. Okay.
Only use sticks is not allowed. What
on the about signaling equipment?
Signaling, maybe.
I don't know. Is it not working, or?
I have
we have
no
had
idea.
some problems, but now there's a free throw in favor of Finland.
It's we are in the Australian end of the pool for this one. Was it the mid pool? Now there is a Finn going to make a mask to the goalkeeper. One of the Finnish girls went over the goalkeeper, trying to block her view, maybe trying to steal the goal. And again, the referee.
You're not allowed before it's passed to enter the 2 meter zone.
Okay, there was a violation of the 2 meter rule.
Throw.
Once the horn sounds, there is 3 seconds 2 meter rule. You cannot come close to the ball. Here we go. There is now a screen, a Finnish girl in the screen in front of the goalie. And here on the other side we have Ilona Häsänen, number 99. She's a really big girl, strong woman indeed. Able to score with. Look at it, now she has the ball, grab it in the neck of the Australian goalie. And is she able? There was a really close one there for Finland.
It hit the rim.
It hit the rim, really. And it was Ilona Häsänen. She's using her body inertia. Just, the Australian goalie was just flying away when she grabbed her neck.
Okay, some of the ball handling skills here by the Australian women could be better when they're trying to clear their own zone. They need to protect the ball better. They need to make an initial move out of the area in order to get clear.
Again, the speed in the game now, Finland passing the ball, it's not particularly, high speed, but they are in not trouble. Then again, approaching the goal. Now there are a number of Finnish girls around the goal waiting. Halfway stolen the goal by number 23. She's Suvi Mikkilä.
So Australia has a chance. Katrin Held has the ball, but she's lost it. It bounces to the bottom.
And there is now out of the bounds, yes. Let us see if it's going to be for Finland, apparently for Australia. No, it's for Finland. Free throw. Number 2, Jenny Fronderius coming for the ball, taking it to the surface.
She's very experienced.
Also, yes, indeed. So now there is one player behind Jenny. Perhaps they will pass to her. Number 8, Ella Parviainen.
Many of these Finnish players have played in Champions Cup many times.
Yes, indeed, they have. So it's the experience really which is on the Finnish.
On Finland side.
On Finland side, yes, that's right. That's right.
We have to see Australia grow in their abilities in the course of this game in order to actually come away with a win.
But now the game seems to be all the time in the Australian end, but still I must admit that there hasn't been too many attacks, really dangerous attacks towards now Australia gets the ball.
The game has been awkward.
Yeah. Are they able to take it to the Finnish side? Now there is a number of Australian girls there. Well done by the Finn there.
Oh, good.
But now there is one-to-one situation. Is there going to be? No.
That's attack on the head?
Yes, and that was number 15.
They didn't call it.
Carmen Montejo.
Okay.
She was the one going for the goal.
I don't accept that. I mean, she had her arm completely around her head. They should have called it.
Now the Finland finally gets the ball away, swimming away from their own end. Now there is a good sprint, and there is all the way. Whoa! Okay, that was who is the one to put it in?
Goal, blue player number 8.
Number 8.
Wow, she went out like a rocket.
She's Ella Parviainen's goal.
Yeah, 8.
Well, Australia must stop this trend now if there's going to be any kind of...
The first time Australia was able to take the ball to the Finnish end, they were counter-attacked and no goalie in place, nobody to defend the goal. It was a clear goal. And this is the unexperienced that we talked about. Yeah. For experienced team, this doesn't happen.
That was... strange that they had no goalie at all.
6 minutes still to go in this first half. Again, Finland. Is it going to be a good counter-attack? Now there is some Australian girls in the defense. Yes. Well done by the defender. Pulling her legs straight out. Now there is in Finland number 14, Mira Seppänen on the other side here waiting.
And she's got the ball. Probably pushing.
Yeah, that's pushing without having the ball possession.
Holding.
All right, so
free throw for Australia from the mid-pool area. Nice pass by number 15. Great pass, actually. Coming in, and now there is
they've got a good position on the goal, but they lose the ball.
Yeah.
And 25 Jasmine.
Now, look at this. In Australia's number 30, although Finland had the possession to the ball, and all the way the game was on the other side, still trying to take the goal. Grabbing the neck. Oh, yeah! Beautiful. Well done by the Finnish.
Goal.
Goal.
Player number 3.
Number 3. She's Kira Suomalainen, extremely
one of the
experienced.
best players in the world.
I think many people reckon Kira Suomalainen as one of the best underwater women rugby players in the world.
Yep.
You do, Davral, I know you know Kira very well. But you know that movement.
Well, she's in the underwater rugby family.
Yeah, I think the whole family is for underwater rugby. I think her husband is coaching the team also.
That's right. She asked him to do it.
Right, okay, yeah.
And it took him some months before he answered her.
Oh, sure.
The Finnish way.
Yeah.
Honey, would you coach the team? 3 months later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
To what?
Maybe they watched some Netflix series in between the decision point. So,
okay, now
number one,
Celine Seinfeld.
Using her body in a quite a bit in a really nice way. Now 15, she's really big girl, really strong looking girl. She's able to pull that down towards the bottom where there is another
nice.
Australian.
There's
Excellent pass and excellent movements by
that was by Hannah
the way they
Beringer.
moved
Beringer
forward.
is a goal scorer for Australia. She scored.
So Finland has to be awake. There is no time really to.
That was good by Australia.
Few good passes, and they were in a very short time. They were
and at the goal.
At the goal,
yeah.
Yes.
Trying to score.
And they still are there.
And it's still the same player too.
Now, Finnish player clears it away.
It's Julie Bertolini.
Number 9, Satu Suomalainen now with the ball.
Oh,
passing a nice pass over. Now this 2-1, and it's a goal. It's number 4. She's Elina Salmela-Marttila, well known. Again, one of maybe the best women players in the world.
She's very big too. She's tall.
She's a tall lady, yes. Australian fans are making lots of noise. Here's a good atmosphere. Okay, here we go. Ball is with the Australians. Taken to the side of the pool. Good pass. Another well passed ball. Another 15.
I like the
they come in.
They have good body language. They're faking the pass, twisting so that they can hold on to the ball. Now they have a chance. They're at the goal. It's a chance to score. He's caught from behind. Number 60, Katrin Helt.
Now there is some pressure to the goalie also with her.
Now Sarah Albert drawn up to the surface. Finland has it now. So Australians have got to catch up. And then we've seen this already. This is
excellent. Now every junior player in the world should know this one thing. You as an attacker, you are on the offense 1-to-1 like that. You need to do your own initiative. You need to take the momentum. And this is what exactly happened here. Well done. Who was the late? Who put it in?
We have missed the details.
Yeah, I was so much concentrated on it. It was an excellent performance from the Finn.
But
she didn't stop. That's one thing. And then she did it all the way through. She didn't hesitate. She made her own initiative. So important.
That was a sloppy pass. Dropped down to the bottom, and Finnish players could see it and head for it just as fast as the Australians. And now they've got the ball at the bottom. Can they clear their own zone?
Excellent.
Well, picked up by the Finns.
Yes.
Number 9 to number 4.
Elina Salmela-Marttila, number 4.
Now that's good. Good spirit there.
Well done by number 8 from the Australian side. Passing, taking another one. Still trying to reach her teammate. She is able. Well done. Even she was low on oxygen.
They call her Claire Rocket. That's number 8.
Okay. Now number 3. This is
goal.
Kira Suomalainen. Again, empty goal. It's 6-0.
Maybe there should be a timeout. They already called timeout. They've used a timeout already.
I don't think so. I don't remember. One of the teams did, so
Blue
maybe
player.
they did it.
Kira, number 3.
The way she does the Finn swimming, she's one of the fastest ladies for sure. I do respect Australian swimming. Don't take that, I don't want to blame them for that one.
Well, we don't know if there are super elite swimmers on Australian team, not like the men that's documented. But certainly they have some pretty fast players on Australia.
So the question is, of course, now that what Australia should do. What do you think?
Well, that must be their instructions are to score goals and to be aggressive. Otherwise, they wouldn't have lost these situations where they don't have the goalie back. Now they do. Did they intend to be so aggressive? I don't know. But they're thinking about scoring, right?
Right.
But there's another scoring opportunity.
Again, there's a pressure.
Oh,
now
but they get it.
They get it away.
25, Jasmine.
Because I couldn't really, I cannot really say that what Australia should change. I cannot really see they doing something totally wrong. Of course, there were a few times that they just forgot the goalie wasn't there. That's one thing, of course. But otherwise, there is nothing hugely wrong in their game. Few times, okay, for the inexperience, they have left the goal without attendance.
Yes.
And 2 goals at least were without
I think their mindset has been good. They have been trying to play their game, and the problem is that they lack the individual skills in ball handling and forechecking. They cannot get the ball away from the Finnish women players very easily. Now, for example, we see the Finns had more players under the scrum. So,
that's the first half, ladies and gentlemen. It's 6-0 to Finland.
We have 5-minute wait here while the teams walk across the pool.
Yeah.
Walk across to the other side of the pool, not across the water.
Right.
Yeah.
Finland indeed was strong. The game they played is solid. I think there is no big weakness in their game. Now it's the commercials, I think.
All right.
Funny, yeah. then it's your own fault. But if someone tries to swim over or hold you, then you can fix it 2 minutes.
No se puede meter esa parte, la pieza de plástico blanca.
One minute. 1 minute.
The game is about to start again. I hope you can hear me. Australia, we're going to get a report on substitutions. Were there any substitutions, Jan? Okay. On the Australian side, Sarah Albert was in. Alicia Fong out. She's number 30. And Sarah Albert's 13. And Catherine Helt was out. And Sophia Lamande, 88, is in. On the Finnish side,
Irina Viipola in.
And
Frondelius
Jenny Frondelius out. She's number 2. And Kira Suomalainen is also out. And Saija Jokinen is in. And Ella Parviainen is out. And Katja Lind is in. So a lot of changes. Was it not... oh, could you hear me?
Yeah, somebody's comments here that your mic is a little dim.
No. All right, maybe we...
But now I think it's better. So both teams make all 3 changes, substitutions.
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot. So there are 6 new girls now in the pool. Okay, here we go. Few minutes already gone in the second half. It's 6-0 to Finland. Let's see how it's going to be.
Wow, did you see Hartman, the way she was pumping her legs to keep them away?
Mm-hmm.
Really quite an exertion.
And again, this Finnish girl, number 19, coming in. Katja Lind making this, what we call the screen. So you swim in, blocking maybe the space in front of the goal.
So, regarding defense of the basket, the very skillful players, they only have to kick out very carefully. They know the limit of what the referees will call against them.
Yes, what's roughing between kicking, that's a very grey area.
And they don't waste a lot of energy doing a very hard drum beat of kicks. Mm-hmm. But if you're more of a new player, you probably kick more because you're more aggressive. And you're going to drag her out of bounds.
So it's a free throw for Finland. I think it is mid-pool area.
Blue free throw. Out of the field. Out of the playing area.
So Finland takes over. Now let's look at where the Australian players position themselves for this free throw.
Let's see.
There's one
Look at that, Australian girls now in their own end. There is goalie is ready, the defender is ready. They immediately dive to their positions once this referee gets a permission to start.
That was good. They stopped the pass. I don't know if they recovered it. They seem to. They're at least locked up. That was the right way.
Now for the Finnish tactics, it seems that there is only one goalkeeper down and all the rest of the players play really high up in the Australian end. This we've seen with so many teams today happening. Few Finnish girls now coming for a change, swimming calmly all the way from the other side.
They're forechecking hard now, the Australians.
Yes. Let's see if Finland is going to get any more goals now. Now again the referee, I think it comes from the deck referee.
Wide free throw.
In favor of Australia.
Out of the bounds.
Out of bounds, okay.
And that's the mid pool now. Quite a number of faults already happened. So there's like, it's like a sprindled, this game. It's like how did you say it? Like now my English is not working too well.
Well, this game has not been
all the time.
It hasn't been consistently good.
No,
you can't say that.
No.
But they have some substitutions, and these players may really want to change the game. Number 88, Lamanda, for example, she was
again
attack on the head.
Attack on the head.
Attack on the head. Wide free throw.
And it's for Australia free throw, and now we are in the Finland's end of the pool. So the girls must be careful now. There is an Australian lady making the screen and now taking. Maybe she took the. Whoever is the Australian girl making this screen, he was a good 30 seconds below.
I didn't see how this became a scrum so quickly. Did they make a bad pass or?
I couldn't really see it. I was concentrated in seeing this. They were trying to make a screen on top of the goalie, but now Finland has cleared the situation away.
She should swim harder, but she's got her teammate. Oh, she passed it too slowly.
Too slowly.
That was a lack of effort.
Yeah. Now number 14 has it. Mira Seppänen. We gotta see the first goal on the video because I really missed it. It was just 10 seconds in the game, and it was already 1-0. Whatever happened, but that's a good lesson then for. I've seen it so many times in the Finnish leagues. You know, some teams they have their tricks. You always have to be ready for some tricks in the beginning, right? So Australia certainly was not ready for it. Now well played by Australia number 2. She's Julie Versaloni.
No, Versaloni. They get it down. Now this is where they have to. They have to make. They didn't get a good pass off. But they break up the Finnish counter.
Yeah, I would say now it's been quite even since that we are already 5 minutes gone in the second half.
Who is this number 1 for Finland? She's not big, but she's
Irina Viippola.
Viippola, yeah. But remember that Viippola, she doesn't give the ball away. No. Interesting fight.
Look at this defense. Yeah. It's some. I don't know if there was ball with the girls there, but now there is a good contact by Viippola again, number 1.
The goalie managed to stay in her spot.
Yeah.
I thought there was some risk that she would be pulled off, and they're not going to go out of bounds. They are going to go out of bounds. Will they? Won't they? Will they? Won't they? Will they? Won't they?
No, they did.
They did.
which of the two teams.
Ball out.
9 minutes left.
Blue free throw.
This is enormously valuable for Australia in terms of their development, that they have played
Right.
these type of matches now.
Exactly.
Because they don't have this competition back home.
The Finnish fans are singing. Times are changing.
Nice. Who's number 5 from Finland?
Number 5, she's Saija Jokinen.
She was an official, wasn't she, at the 2011 World Championship? She didn't play.
Well, I don't remember.
No, I think that question. Maybe somebody out there on the live stream will know.
Wide free throw. Attack on the neck.
So also, the people can go from sitting in to working as volunteers for a championship, and a few years later they will be playing in a championship.
Right.
If they love rugby so much that they spend some time working on it.
I wonder when somebody starts to pay you, salary, monthly salary.
I'm waiting.
Some money for myself also, because I think I'm, spending too much time with the sport myself. With the pure love to the sport. This is the best
There's something
water
wrong
sport.
Something wrong with our union.
Yeah, there is, certainly. Another free throw. There have been so many free throws now in the past 10 minutes, so it's getting boring. Let the girls play for a moment.
I would say this game is not that exciting, to be honest.
No, it's been quite...
It's been a letdown to some degree.
Yeah, you're right.
But it could get exciting now.
Well, it could.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
So far, in all the games, I have supported the team that is down.
Yes.
So I must now start finding ways how Australian girls could score against Finland.
Yeah, well, that was a good...
And now there is a fans cheering Finland. It's Suomi in Finnish language. We call our country Suomi.
I like it. They have they're fighting this Australian girls. They're trying, and they do some things well. Like they forecheck hard. They fight for the ball. Here it is, though. Without another player, she couldn't take the ball.
Yeah, that's right.
But a bad pass by
Finland ties the ball up. Is that Frondelius there? Or no?
That 99 is Ilona Hassanen.
Ilona Hassanen, yeah. Okay, they cruise in. Very nice play there.
It was, indeed.
It was
good ball handling.
Mistakes that looked like they were on purpose.
Yeah, but then the lady could recover it like that.
Very quickly.
Excellent ball handling, yeah. Saija was playing in Helsinki 2011.
Okay.
We get a comment here in the comments field.
So now we know that we have some real veterans here.
Yeah.
Okay, this is it.
Will she be playing 23?
You have to develop new players to
we are trying. We are trying, yes. There are some good young girls. But of course, the number of the young girls should be much higher.
Maybe Hilla is watching.
Well, certainly she's watching. And I think she will be there in 4 years. And she will be a...
We're talking about Hilla Savalainen.
Yes, yes.
Okay. She decides to come in from above and passes down. The back is still there. They're fighting for position. What is it?
No, I just was watching there.
Could they score now? There's no back down. The forward makes it at long last. But another chance. Now the Australian players have got to bring the ball in, lock it up. They got it. They're swimming out.
But then
turn it over.
23, Suvi Mikkilä.
Oh, another chance. It's getting more exciting.
It is. Now there is more speed suddenly.
Yeah. Some intensity. Oh, close.
That was Seda Ilgös Jussila. She's another, how would I say, very experienced. I wouldn't call her veteran.
Mateo, could she get it out?
Elina, number 4, Elina Marttila, Salmela Marttila. She plays all the time.
Sonja Pennanen and
Most of the girls, they practice with men.
Yeah.
You need to remember. Maybe the Australian side also, I don't know about them, but the Finnish girls I know in their clubs, most of them still play with men. They're tough. They participated in the Finnish division, which is the second league. We have the first level and then the second level, and I played with them against them.
This has really been an extended attack, and Finland has stolen the goal.
Yeah, now it's stolen. Number 4, Elina Marttila, Salmela Marttila has the.
But apparently,
are they able to pass it on? No, there is already an Australian. She comes.
They still hold on.
Still hold on. So it's a good fighting spirits now in the Australian side, and they are really fit. That's one thing, really. They have the physical strength. Now again, another Finnish wave coming in. But now there are no Finnish girls either.
The ball was right there.
Yeah.
Taken
a
away.
Close one.
I like that. That was great. And the amount.
And then again, is it a fault again? Yes.
White timeout. Attack on the head.
Okay.
Last timeout.
Who's getting the ball?
I'm not sure, but there is a timeout now for the Australian team. 4 minutes left in this game.
White free throw.
Okay, so Australia will start with the ball, but they have 1 minute to discuss what they want to do.
Yeah.
And I don't think it will be a big change. They want to try to score. That's it.
They want to try to score. That's for sure. But how they're going to do it, it's a totally another thing. Of course, they must take risk. Difficult one for the Australia. Number 15, is that number 15? She's really a tall lady. Good 190.
Carmen Montejo.
Yeah.
She's good. She's had an impact on the game, for sure. But I didn't notice in the water. You can't tell how big.
Yeah, that's right. She's really tall.
Land,
she's like a head size above all the other Australian ladies. So she's really tall.
Stronger, taller, heavier.
Yeah. She has the physics, make a difference in the game. She trains a lot, ball techniques. She can take an advantage of her size, certainly.
They look like animals now. Doesn't it look like an attack?
Yeah.
It looks like an attack.
Go for it, Australia. Good. Now some good try on the Finnish goal. They need to show that if they're able.
When you see cats sneaking up
and
about to spring, it looked like that.
They had the same face.
Yeah.
Now it's here in Graz. It's close to 8 p.m. local time, Central European time. It's getting a little late. Now the natural light is not coming to the swimming hall anymore, so we are dependent on the artificial lighting.
It's getting a little green.
Yes, so that's why you see a little green colors now coming into the broadcast also.
In 4 minutes we will be done with this game. But so far, Australia has been unable to get on the scoreboard.
That's Nelly Holmback
but
with
maybe
the ball.
6-0 is not so bad compared to some years ago. They would never have.
Unusually losing the ball to an Australian. Now 2 Finns on the single Australian girls. It's been snapped away by number 9, Satu Suomalainen.
This is a fitness. At these points, you can only chase if you have energy and air.
That's right. Now another Finnish offensive. Now the referee again has seen some mistakes.
Pushing. Free throw for Australia.
Free throw for Australia.
Hard play.
And they need this too.
Bad play, says the referee. I like.
Lars, he's a funny guy. Lars Olsen.
2 meter rule. She has to call again the Finnish girl to give some more space to the Australians for their free throw. So there is a 2 meter rule. You cannot there is like a space 2 meters from the ball to all directions.
Oh, that was a hard pass, but
Yeah.
She held on to it. Now they lose it. Yeah.
This is number 11, Mari Pesola. I know Mari very well. She's from the same region that I am. I know she's been training a lot for this.
Well,
number 11, I saw her before the game, and I've seen Mari. She's been in good shape always. I played with her.
And even better.
But now she was like a, like a female Superman.
Oh.
And that's it. Superwoman.
Who was that?
Look at that. The way she holds the ball.
They changed goalies.
One pass.
That
blocking
goalie,
away the defense.
Goal,
touched
11.
the goalie and in.
11 it was. Who's 11?
Beautiful goal.
She got it under.
Was it number 11?
Yeah.
So it was Mari Pesola. I was just about to say that she's a superwoman. She's in such a good shape. She's not very tall. This lady here. She's a small lady, but look at her back.
She looks like Hilla.
Yeah, she does, and she's like pro muscle.
Yeah, low body fat.
Extremely low, yeah. So another excellent drive by Finland. That was Nelly Holmback.
I think the Australian women are a little bit confused. They think they should be able to be more successful, but they don't know what they're doing wrong. So there are probably some small details that prevent them from executing what they think they should be able to do. Which is understandable. If you play against people who are strong and read the game well,
right,
you have new problems.
Yeah. Reading the game, that's the word of the day, I would say. What we saw happening with Team Finland, men team and the Colombian team,
yeah.
Everybody should watch that video from that game. It was like, I had to sit down for a while to do some yoga to get over it. It was such a coffee mill. It was, I think the Colombian standards are really, really, really high.
They swam a lot.
Yeah.
Australia's holding on. But, kept them under 10. Is that the kind of success? That's not what they wanted.
Yeah, it's not going to be on the double digits. 1 minute to go in the game, the second half. 7-0 clear win for Finland.
Oh, another goal coming now. No?
Is there?
She's forced off.
Oh! And again, there is a fall. What's that?
What's
that going to be? Penalty maybe?
Attack
on the head.
All right.
For what reason? I couldn't really see any bad doing there. I couldn't see any fall on the video, but of course the referees, they are much closer.
They must have seen something.
Yeah. So it's a chance for Australia now.
And
free throw. Now they should just put all the Australian meat in. Try to push for one goal. Dive more, that's for sure. Be underwater. The name of the game is underwater rugby.
Okay, now they have
the excellent chance and well done by the Australian team. But then there is number 23, Suvi Mikkila, holding the basket. No way for
They have
Australia.
half a minute.
And another one, half a minute left. Now 99, Ilona Hasanen coming to the goalkeeper's place. And then the ball is with Finland. And now there's going to be is there going to be a good counter-attack? Let's see what's happened. What is going to happen? Now, where is the camera? Here we have. And that's it.
Another goal. 13.
We couldn't really see all the way because the hour.
Who put it in? 13, I think it was.
13. Nelly Holmberg.
Player number 12.
12.
That's Seda Ilseks Jussila. She's been around with the girls.
Okay, yes, okay.
She's been around a long time.
She was on the other side of the goal. 13 was on our side.
Right. So it's 8-0.
Come on, Australia. Get over there. 6 seconds.
No, too little time. That's it. Okay, friends all over the world, in Australia, in Finland, elsewhere.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for seeing this game. There is one more game to come.
But we are not.
We are not going to do that one. Maybe I do an interview with one of the Finnish girls. Maybe I take also one of the Australians, like a dual interview.
Good idea.
Thank you very much. Keep tuned for more underwater rugby for Graz.
See you tomorrow.
I'm here with Sophie and Seda. First of all, congratulations for the win. How did you feel?
Winning.
Winning and playing against
We played the practice games against you on Friday, and I guess you were tougher this time. And
so they developed.
Yeah, you developed during the.
How did you feel playing against them? Where do you feel that you are behind? Where particularly you feel that you are behind?
I suppose, we can't get into the attack. Our defence is pretty strong. We've been obviously we had our game against Norway, so we practiced that defence quite a lot. So we brought that out against you guys. But yeah, I suppose it's just that experience and that finishing at the goal really. Yeah.
Right. So how much do you practice when you play with your club wherever you play?
It sort of varies from town to town, but usually 3 to 4 times a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, usually for underwater rugby training, and then obviously we've got a lot of gym and swimming and other stuff outside of the.
Excellent. How about you typically? I don't mean before games, but typically underwater rugby. How much do you train?
I'm embarrassed to say after that. Yeah, but it depends. Lot about who are you talking about, but when you have work and family once a week underwater rugby training, but then other physical training too. But
so maybe you're gonna catch up.
Yeah.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you very much for the interview. Thanks.
All right, welcome to the last game of the day here at the 2019 Underwater Rugby World Championship here in Graz, Austria. Now facing off, Italy in blue versus Canada in white.
Can you hear me? There, yeah.
All
All right. It's the second game of Canada today. Huh? They play earlier today.
And they have 10 players.
One got injured.
Starting at 11.
They play today at 10. Now it's 8 o'clock. They are playing for the positions 9 to 14. There are 6 teams in two groups, so they are playing among themselves.
Now facing off against Italy. Female team from Italy here should be the favorite for this game. We'll see how the females from Italy will fare. Definitely the more experienced team.
Definitely the more experienced team here in the pool.
Teams get ready.
On average 10 or more years of underwater rugby experience for the Italians.
And let's see, how the condition of the Canadian girls are. Second game of the day.
Italy rested.
This is the moment where 10 or 11 players against 15 makes a huge difference.
Basically half a team of the Canadians that the Italians can sub in the second half. So they have half the team, Canadians, fresh.
Holding, blue free throw, holding.
Ooh, robot clock here, a bit loud. Decisive referee here in the evening. That's good.
So, Italy is in attack with 3.
And already positioned at the basket. Ball dropping down.
That was a bit of a sloppy pass. Holding without the ball, so free throw.
Wide free throw, holding.
Still going far here, Robert Block, the referee. And the Australian guys and girls still hyping here, the teams outside.
Yeah, they just played. I think everyone is taking as many games and as much rugby as possible. This is one in a lifetime experience for many players. It's really great that Australia had managed to bring 2 teams. They have been, it's a long travel for them.
Also quite the financial effort for the Australians here to come here. Same for the Colombians.
Yeah, well, I think Australia is even a little bit farther away.
Back into the game though. Italy trying to move forward onto Canadian baskets, but Canada defense in position here. 1 minute played.
Wow,
Canada
great
recovering
recovery.
the ball, moving over. There's a nice punch onto the ball by number 10 here, Valentina Ancini, the captain. Isabella Priscilla Bernard is trying to go forward yet again on the ball. Canada here with 3 attackers, 3 goalkeepers, and 4 defenders. Recovery here for Canada. Canada moving forward, and now number 12.
And counter-attack
McDonald,
now.
and there's the counter-attack. But, good handover. Isabella Bernard, yet again, trying to move forward. On the ball, bouncing it a bit, but Italy getting trouble here.
Yeah, they need to wake up a little bit. Yeah, I think it's like they're not really in the game.
Yeah.
Their coach is watching the game in the big screen. This is Andrea Meneghin.
One of the most experienced national team players for the Italian main squad.
He told me today in his next life he's coming to play cards. That's loud. Okay.
Number 15, Elizabeth Gerard-Vicina. Canadians now trying to set up a bit of a game around the Italian basket, but Italy just comfortable defending here at the basket.
Yeah, they're keeping the ball. They're trying to see.
Yeah, now good attack by the forechecking of Italy, and Italy moving out away from baskets.
Exactly as we would want to see. The defender coming out to move the ball and bring it to the field of Canada.
Now first good
One
counter
against
attack here
two.
by the Italians,
We
moving out
need
to the
the
Canadian
rest of the
basket.
Italian team. Where's the rest of the Italian
Pass
team?
upwards.
It's supposed not to be in the surface. You are
I think
an easy
Italy
prey.
here very reliant on some key players in the offensive gameplay. But we now very well here by Nicole Pelusio, moving on to the basket. But the ball recovered here by the Canadians, trying to move it forward. Number 13, Hannah Hermanson.
Great work by Canada. Really, I mean, these girls are fighting really hard. It's a second game. It's not easy to have 2 games in these conditions. I mean, earlier today they play, let me see, against Spain.
Spain, yes.
And they lost 12-0, so it was not an easy game for them. 10 hours later, they're playing already.
There's not a lot of time to recover.
No. So let's see
Now
if
the
Italy
basket,
can.
only a goalkeeper on the basket, no defender in place. Italy moving in, trying to move the goalkeeper upwards, but well defended by the goalkeeper now.
Yeah,
Canada.
they have 3 goalkeepers, right? We have Elizabeth and Emma Green and Rose Abri. I think the 21 has moved to be a defender. We saw this earlier this morning. So it's not easy either to have 3 goalies. Number 11 from the Italian team, Claudia Ricci trying to come pass it to number 4, Nicole Pelusio, and trying to attack, but it's the defender there. They need to pass the ball and create a little bit more of a gap. If they would move the ball a little bit in coming ways, I'm sure that Canada would have difficulties to stop them because of I even say tiredness, right?
Italy.
But they're not managing, and I know that the Italians can do this kind of attacks. I'm wondering myself why they're having so much of a trouble.
Yeah, but I think it's in the end of the day, even if Italy is not able to set the game plan around the basket, circling the ball a little bit, and waiting for the opportunities, it will be a battle of stamina here in the end of the day. And at some point in time, there will be openings for the Italian women here.
Yeah.
Having 15 players, 12 playing already.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it would be the best. I mean, the easiest to assume. But I don't know. I mean, I know the Italians were 8 o'clock in the morning to help. I mean, to be supportive for the Italian men that play early this morning. And Pepe was telling me we'll have to play at 8 tonight. So it's going to be a long day.
There is she.
Let's see.
Federica Ferrucci
Pepe,
moving
there
in.
she's coming.
And
And first goal.
With the breakthrough.
Federica Ferrucci.
And to be honest, I was just waiting for her to go.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this is the kind of thing we know.
Twice the size of the Canadian players here. And she can use her sheer
and she has a
strength
lot of
and force
experience,
to move
yes.
in.
She
And
knows
very
how to
experienced player as well.
Very strong.
She's a tough opponent to handle for a lot of teams.
Yep. Yes, she's very strong. She was training a lot in New Zealand, Australia, and she just came to Italy back for the World Cup.
Does she live now in Australia?
I don't know, actually. I need to ask her. She has been in the last 6 months, like posting pictures from there, so I still didn't understand.
Maybe just to make people jealous, just at home.
So we have Italy attacking over the close side.
6 minutes played, and it's 1-0 lead here for Italy, and Italy in a comfortable position.
They're fighting in the corner, but at least one blue, one white. That's, I think, the clever way of doing it. That's another player. These 2 blues, no, let it be. Number 9, let it be. Let the number 6, yeah, exactly, that's perfect. You have to dive and wait for the ball to fall. Because eventually, well.
Good pass here on the surface, received by Isabella
I underestimate
Bernard.
the Canadian girls. All right,
Yeah,
so
Bernard
number
ball
9,
back to the
Ifel.
Italians.
We have a counter-attack. But still passing up Italy. They need to start coming from the bottom.
Next attack here onto the Canadian basket.
Great save from the Canadian, yes.
She is from Auckland by Fred. Hey Fred. Cheers back and greet Romano.
Now we have number 49, Emma Green, recovering or holding the ball, trying to pass, and we have number 12, Melanie McDonald coming together.
Now Kennedy moving in and
In the
placing
corner.
the player underneath basket. Diana Martinez, but not able to move on to the Italian basket. The Italians stable defense here.
The game is a little bit slow. It's really taking time for both teams.
Still going, still moving.
Well, Canada trying to attack, but 1 against 3 probably not the best. But she kept the ball and passed it farther, and now we have all the Italian team practically on the water trying to recover that ball, and they are above the Italian. And now Fefe has the ball and it was swimming and something happened.
What happened to the two coaches?
To the who?
2-minute exchange foul. 2 minutes. One blue team. One player, 2 minutes. 7 players in the water.
Ooh. Italy here with the...
Was it? Well, I saw that the one that left the water... you mean that there are too many people in the back? This is what you're saying?
There are too many people standing in the back.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. And now the second thing is to get a 2-minute penalty.
Yes, I got it. Yes. I was half listening to you and half because I saw that it was one chair empty and there was one player.
The rule is one coach in water and one coach outside.
Yeah.
But who are we to judge? That's what the referees are for. Now penalty for number 2, Anita Ricci.
Probably they just, let me see, Anita, is one attacker. This is normally the tactic of most of the teams. If you get a time penalty and you can't choose the player, because in this case it was too many players in the water, then you choose one of the attackers.
And there's the Canadian timeout meanwhile.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, Italy is going to be with 5, so now it's 1-0, and I think it's a very good tactical thing to do from Canada, because now they're at 6 and they will try to score. So it's good. Get some air, get ready and try to still.
Sometimes there are two philosophies. If there's a 2-minute penalty against a team, you want to start the game as soon as possible to get them catch them off foot. Do not give them time to adjust.
Yeah.
The other strategy is if you're down with 10, 10 players,
because exactly.
you might need the air.
This is the second game of them there with 10. So I understand your point. I would probably, with a full team, have done it immediately. Also to have the chaos in the Italian team. I think also the Italians were asking for the timeout. I think, or was.
Teams get ready, wide free throw.
I thought the Italian had us. I mean, I saw the Italians, but I think probably the Canadians did it faster. Let's see if they can really take advantage of this 2 minutes penalty. In 20 years of rugby, something like this have never happened. Black 30 and up early light, so don't worry. Relax, enjoy the game.
Move on to the Italian basket, but Federica Ferruzzi in position for the Italian.
Okay, let's see. They're on the close corner, but Italy, of course, defending with everything. But now, if you have everyone down, then eventually everyone's going to be up.
I think they're just trying to scrum away the ball now. You can see the Canadians trying to pull them out of the playing area.
Yeah, but then it was the Canadian with the who had the ball? I mean, it looked like
the Canadian.
I know that she was trying to push the Italian, but it looked like the Italian just dropped the ball in the last minute. So now it's free throw for Italy.
She was there and then just shoving her out with the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Because she was grabbing the ball. That's why she was doing it the right thing in the wrong way. I mean, it was a good intention behind it, but then you grab the player with the ball so they cannot let it go, and you bring them out. I'm just,
a bit more experience.
I've been told. Never done.
You would never do it.
No.
Moving forward, Italians moving on to the Canadian side.
Okay.
Federica Ferruzzi just holding the ball up in the corner.
Well, Fefe can grab to a ball for hours. He has such a strength. But this is, it is not, no, I mean, I think it's okay.
Honestly, if I was the Canadians, I'd move away.
Yeah, exactly.
Let her
be.
Because at some point she has to move and play, otherwise it's a delay of game.
Yeah, because
but
you
as long
want.
as they are wrestling.
But they're doing it on purpose because they are trying to kill the time, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
somehow.
But if they're moving away and she's not passing or playing or moving in, it's a delay of game. But as long as they are wrestling with her, it's not a delay of game because the game is going on.
Yeah, and now she's coming.
Now
she was waiting.
Yeah, she was waiting.
She's like a shark. Okay, so she passed it. Number 10, Valentina Ninchini, the captain, and
now Italy moving it on to the Canadian basket, being stopped here by Canadian fortune, and Italy really struggling to get players in position here. But Italy now back with 12 players, playing 6 players in the water.
Job. I mean, on holding
off the Canadians from the baskets. 10 minutes later in the first half of the game.
Number 8 pass it. And we had one Italian player against 2 Canadians, and now 2 other join. But that's the thing, you know, either you pass it or make a goal or move immediately out, because then you get locked on these.
Now moving forward for the
clusters.
Canadians. Oh, the pass backwards, quite
that's
risky.
Dangerous, yes. So counter-attack.
Chelsea Trottier moving forward for the counter-attack.
She's watching to see if anyone is coming.
Yeah,
Pass the ball. Great.
Number 12 going with
Melanie
her.
McDonald. Elizabeth Girardetina. Pass it back to Melanie McDonald. And they're trying to keep it there in the corner, and the Italian girls now are trying to press and recover the ball. Canada now, there was almost a bit fighting between 2 Canadian players. They go on the surface, go, wait, and then maybe see if 2 or 3 are diving at the same time.
It's really
So
tough
you can't
really
keep the ball in the surface and no move. You're an easy prey. Either move with the ball. You can keep the ball as long as you want. Just move.
Avery trying to move the ball closer to the goal. Very difficult here for Canada. I mean, the fatigue must have set in by now. 3 minutes to go in the first half. But the Italian forechecking so far, I mean, they're comfortable with the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, but...
And now the counter-attack here for the Italians. Valentina Ancini, the captain, moving on to the Italian basket, but doesn't have any assistance now. Federica Ferruzzi coming in. Now that's the big threat, and as I said, Italy are very, very much reliant on those key players to move them forward. And waiting here way too long, looking for the pass rather than going in onto the Canadian goal, and now recovered by Elisabeth Girard. Attacked by the Italians right away.
But they need to go more to the ball and not so much to the body. So Fefe is diving and trying to wait for the ball to fall. Great recover, and now pass it farther down. Who was there waiting? Need to bring that game down. This is helping the Canadian girls, because the Canadian girls, I assume, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm assuming they're a bit more tired than the Italians. So it's okay for them to be fighting in the surface better than be fighting in the, the bottom. All right, so we have now the Italian player couldn't see the number, is coming alone, and come on, girls, you need to dive and help, because the Canadians are in a good position defending. So if Italy wants to score, they need to have more presence on the water, a bit faster. They're the favorite team. Canada had another game earlier today, so if they play the ball faster.
1 minute to go in the first half here.
Great save. I mean, these Canadian girls are really fighty, and they are really make it the life of the Italians really difficult right now.
Moving in again onto the Canadian basket. Ball picked off by Federica Frutti.
She's waiting in the corner for the next Italian player to arrive.
Oh, now there's an empty basket and the defender doesn't know about it.
And
not
that was a
good,
little bit
good,
slower, yeah.
But a good move by the defender to push her upwards.
Yeah, yep.
But moving in not fast enough.
That was a lucky
you can also see
save.
we can also see a lot of the Italians playing with strato screens instead of fiberglass screens.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean,
not up to date with the art.
So you don't have enough power sometimes to have this last kick.
To go, but now good attack on
wow,
the ball. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well done here.
No goal. Free throw.
Free throw.
If the free throw
White free throw,
pushing with the
White free throw.
I didn't see the holding, did you?
I didn't see it either.
Timeout, blue team.
No.
Timeout, blue team.
Okay, I think, let's see if I can hear what Andrea or read the lips. I don't think he's happy. No, we can't hear anything.
Okay, coach saying 22 seconds. Just go for it.
The Canadian fans there. Italian also singing next to each other. Just one row different. You know, the girls, what they need to do that just have a bit more flow and the water come. This is something I've seen them doing in other games. So I'm a little bit surprised that they're having so much resistance from Canada, or they're not really fully concentrated and present in the game.
I mean, maybe they know they have 3 shops outside, so maybe some of the key players are not playing right now. We don't know. As you've seen, I mean, Federica Frutti, the captain, who's the key player.
Teams get ready, white free throw.
But then after that, very little support for
the 2 of those. Not a lot of players being in position to receive a pass.
I am seeing that Margherita Luzzi is outside. It's also one large player. Then Valentina Nicotera also. And Eleonora Laceris, they're all outside.
Maybe the Italians expecting to win here with some of the strong players out, keeping them on the back.
Just to give them some rest, you mean?
To give them some rest.
Well, we'll see in the halftime.
I usually let them start and then take them out when there's a 2-3, comfortable 2-3, 4-0 lead in a game like this.
Yeah. We are going to have some advertisement. Okay, we are back. Let's see if now I can hear. Because they're closer to the microphone now. The problem is I'm with the back to us.
Canada. Canada will win.
From India. From work. Go mom, go 99. I like to see other family, you know, trying to understand what these people are doing on the water. 1-0 for Italy. They are playing for the position between 9 and 14. And Canada had another game earlier today at 10 o'clock to be more specific, and that was again, I forgot it again. Spain, and they lost. No, yeah, they lost. Italy has first game today at 8 p.m. but 8 a.m. this morning the male team of Italy was playing the male team of Canada, and they won 3-0. Let's see.
Addison Avery, maybe a relative here of Rose Elizabeth Avery, saying cheering the one from work.
Andrea Moreno Montefusco for
Get
Italy.
back to work, Eddie.
Yeah, I know that you can't concentrate.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's important for us to talk and describe a little bit how the game is doing, so you don't. It's not so obvious. You can put the audio, you know, and then you can still pretend you are working. All right. We're waiting now for 1 minute 50 seconds of the break of 5 minutes to finish. The coach of the Italians is talking to the girls. The Canadians are a bit more chill. They're sitting, relaxing. But the coach, Andrea Meneghin, is trying to maybe pass some insight and maybe trying to get the girls to play a little bit more together, so that they can maybe score 1 or 2 more goals. Do you have any prediction? Do you think? I mean, do you think that Canada maybe can achieve to score, or you think it's difficult to tell, because I think Italy is a bit a stronger team. Yeah. A bit. They are just playing in a way that are making themselves the life difficult unnecessarily. Yeah. And Canada is, you know, with the 10 players they have, the second game of the day, they're doing a great job. Also less experience. The last appearance of Italy was in Bari in 2007, and they made the 8th place. It's 12 years ago, and Canada.
A lot of players didn't change for Italy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yes. I mean, a few. They still have maybe. Okay, I think Fefe was there, and I think also the captain Valentina Anintini. The rest, I think they're all new.
Think so?
Yes. Maybe 1 or 2 more, but for the female. The males, no, the males are more steady. I mean, but the females, yes, they have newer.
Yeah, but
girls.
the scoring for Canada, if they can score, maybe a counter attack onto the Italian basket. Lucky punch is always possible. If they score, maybe in the first few minutes of the halftime, because you're a bit pressure when you had the 5-minute break.
Yeah.
But usually very tough to score here in such a situation. 2 games.
Teams get ready.
The weaker team, and the others having a good defense. So, tough spot here for the Canadians. Game starting. Please remove the overlay.
Technicians, lovely technician. Thank you so much. They also have been a long day for them. Okay, so we're in the middle, and the ball is in position of 1 Italian and 1 Canadian girl. I can't tell who is the one in possession. They're fighting, and it's 2 Canadians. You see, if I would be one of the Canadians, need to let it go, because if you have 2 people, it's just really not the best thing. Let's see. We have now
Italy moving on to the Canadian basket.
But that was a
good recovery for
pass.
Canada. Hamilton trying to move forward for the Canadians. Dropping the ball down here.
Fefe there,
Shalina Saga
recovering.
trying to recover, but Federica Peruzzi on the move here for the Italian team. Again, Valentina Ancini trying to move in, and now good passing opportunity, but you can't get loose of the ball here in time. Or checking now in place, and but again, the ball dangerously moved to the other side. She might have even done the pass for the Italians here, and now the basket empty for a moment. Goalkeeper back in place.
I think they changed some of the people that were outside. Valentina Nicotera was already in. I don't remember. I thought maybe she entered, but maybe I'm wrong. Let's see.
Recovered by Canada. Isabella Bernard trying to move forward. Now number 3 for the Irene Vincenzo moving on to the Canadian basket. The defender not really seeing where she's coming from.
Great move from her. And it's also
there is the second sword
and
here
experience.
of the game.
Very, very good. Also one of the players have been playing since long, maybe 10 years already.
Irene Vincenzo.
Irene Vincenzo. Very, very good. Then that's exactly, this is the kind of game I was expecting more from the Italian team. So 2-0, 13 minutes left. That took them just 2 minutes to score, no? I mean, it took much, much longer to score that first goal, and it stayed like that the whole first half. So let's see.
Having scored
twice.
twice.
Okay, that's a pity. The Canadian girl just slipped from her hands the ball, and now we have 3 of the Italian team coming towards the goalie, passing down. That was the passes need to be more precise. They kind of flowed instead of really have a direction.
They're trying to get underneath of the defender.
Wow, great recovery. Number 5, the strong player, Isabella Bernard.
Quick hit on the Baldo. Now Canada trying to move outwards.
They need to move with the ball. I mean, I know they might be exhausted, these girls. But if they say they're an easy prey, the Italians are strong. So they need to keep the ball down and pass it.
Canada really trying to get the ball moving forward.
Melanie McDonald swimming, passing it. And number 15 also, Elizabeth. We see them a lot, bringing the game forward. Now, Kalindi Fonda recovered the ball and is swimming towards the basket and have been stopped a little bit, tackled by the Canadian.
There's a holding call. Now free throw for Canada.
Holding, wide free throw.
Holding. So it's free throw for the Canadian team. They need to turn one chair around. Okay, let's see where we are. The Italians recovering the ball and swimming towards the basket. And it's under the goalie. The goalie turns around. That's the captain. That's Rose Elizabeth Avery, and push the attacker away.
Canada keeps going, moving. Hannah Hermanson yet again trying to escape their own half. A free throw for the Canadians.
Wide free throw. Attacking the equipment. Wide free throw. Attacking the equipment.
So free throw for Canada. Apparently one of the Italian girls attacked the equipment. Canadians
still motivated.
Singing, still motivated.
Chanting outside for the
That's
team.
help, you know, when you are tired and it's really, it's nice having so many viewers here in the swimming hall. So we are in the third phase and something happened.
Recall, maybe 2-meter infraction.
You have to show the ball
first. Yep.
Water out of the surface, wide free throw.
Okay. So the ball, I didn't see.
It was another call. I just thought he was signaling.
Well, I'm not. You know, we're not watching all the time here in front of us. We're just watching the screen. All right. Oh, great pass. I mean, second pass or third. And they're now approaching the Italian basket. And it's 2 Canadians, 3 Italians. And let's see if Canada can get some pressure. Now it's 1 against 2. No, that's Fefe. That's an experienced defender. I mean, she has been playing defense since always, and she's very good at that.
You shall not
very
lose
strong
on defense against Fefe if you're Canada.
That's yeah. Number 8 is now coming towards the Canadian basket. The defender is in position. The goalie is in position. Let's see. And now we are above and trying to come down again. The Italian players are passing the ball, but they're diving up instead of diving down. And of course, the Canadians took the advantage of that and recovered the ball, but lost it again. This is fighting in the surface.
Now Italy moving in 3 players being on its back of
pushing the goalie up and scoring. That was also like from the book. Great job.
Well done here.
Kalindi Fonda.
Team number 71.
Great job. So 3-0 for Italy, and that was the game I was expecting from the beginning. So now it looks Italy is a little bit more awake, a little bit more focused, a little bit more concentrate, and having a little bit more coordinated attacks. Every time that they have a more coordinated attack, they score. So, you know.
Canada doing well here, defending against the Italians, moving the ball forward.
They're really good. I mean, it's not an easy game for Italy. I'm really surprised by the strength.
I'm sorry, Buyaka in the chat. Canada here. Only having 10 players is tough throughout the tournament. I mean, they were 11, but for Italians being here 15 players and can exchange and throughout the entire tournament, it's taking a toll on the team.
That really makes a difference.
At the end of the day, the players being here for Canada played 1.5 to 2 more games than the Italians did on average. So number 7 moving forward for the Italians. Federica Ferruzzi here marching towards the Canadian basket. It's passed downwards to Valentina Ancini.
Great job by the goalies of the Canadian team. I mean, there are 3. There are 3 that keep rotating, doing the good job. Every time they got a score, it was like the defender didn't manage to defend the bottom of the basket, but the goalies tried to stay put and rotate. And I'm really impressed because again, it's a second game.
The fighting spirit of Canada is amazing.
What?
The fighting spirit of Canada is amazing. And they always try to move forward, as you can see here. I think the objective for them is just score once if it's possible.
Yes, I mean, you know, they're going to do the best out of this game. They keep defending and bringing the ball. It's not they are, you know, grabbing the ball and just holding to it, not to risk another goal. No, they are really continue playing, attacking, bringing the ball towards the Italian basket.
And their defense is mostly in position here, even though they only have so few players playing. Now, good push onto the Canadian goal.
Wow, great
well
job.
Executed here, number 6.
This Virginia Pozzolo. And that was also a good, you see, the defender didn't know where the ball was, and that was a bit with the head. That's, I mean, it's effective, but then eventually you can hurt yourself. So it's better to be able to put the shoulder on the back. But sometimes in the heat of the moment, I've done many times goals like that. Yeah, it works.
Oh, the timeout by the Canadians.
Yeah, they're sitting there, they're just resting. I don't see the trainer giving much. I mean, okay, it's stealing now 5 things. Are there now 3? No, 3, 6, 7 in the water.
And 4 in the water.
Yeah.
3
7.
Just sitting and resting.
And let's see, Andrea. Okay. That's it. One of the Italian male players said, it's just 7 minutes. We have only 7 minutes to go. So that's also the spirit. Sometimes I you know, with the girls, when we have a tough game or a tire, then I go like, look, girls, it's just 7 minutes to go. We are, how many? 12, and then every half like a part. So it's like 3.5 minutes each one. And then underwater, it's 1 minute 50. When you break it down like that, it's like more doable. Yeah, exactly. It's fun. I don't know, it's just a mental tactic, you know, but it helps. It helps
playing
me
in
sometimes.
the water hockey is just basically 10 minutes water time.
Yeah,
underwater
exactly.
Playing.
All right, so
6.5 minutes to go. Canada
And
trying
there
to move
it's
forward.
coming. Oh, great fishing.
Ball taken away. Falling down and being recovered again by the Canadians. Well on number 12. Melanie McDonald.
Canada is coming. Let's see if they can, attack. They're having trouble to get to the goal of the Italian women. Okay, here come two against the goalie. And
pushing the goalkeeper,
yes,
but the
this is a fight, and we have the 49 right there in between.
Stole the basket away.
Basket. I don't know how long she's going to be able to hold because now the Italians are keeping the ball. Okay, but great dangerous attack. Very well.
Ball back into the possession of the Canadians.
Oh, okay.
Here. But the ball dropping down now. Federica Ferrucci with the cleanup for the cleanup.
This is Fefe that recovered the ball.
Emma Green.
Referee is a little bit in the way, and
moving forward now. Valentina Nicodera. Quick pass forward, but she keeps going here onto the Canadian basket. Quick pass downwards. Nope. Pass backwards.
Yeah. Let's see. They're waiting.
They're waiting underneath the scrum.
Okay. Federica Ferrucci got the ball. It's diving in. Let's see. Number 10, Valentina Nincini, the captain.
The defender not properly placed, but an attacker here working on.
We have all of the girls, and now from the bottom she's trying to look and push herself, but defender is from the. And the Italian girl is holding the ball down. Wow, great fight, very very good. Federica, it was Federica Ferrucci, Fefe, no. 71, sorry. Kalindi Fonda.
Number 71.
Great job. She really continued and pushed, and it was being pulled away by the Canadian player, and she still continued. It was a very difficult angle to continue pushing, and she eventually, I think that the goalie was also,
just a bit of breath there.
Yeah.
Just trying to twist a bit.
5-0 for Italy. And there we go. Canada started quick and is coming with everything they have faster, and she's missing that's a pity because she did a good job, but there was no one to pass
it. So hard to go forward. Now Elizabeth Triat.
The Italians can be very funny when they talk. I love, their humor.
Yet again, trying to go, always going against Federica Ferrucci. The Canadians want to do it the hard way. The ball dropping down. Where's the defender looking at?
Being picked up here yet again by Canada.
3 minutes, 52 seconds to go. And Canada making an attempt to attack the Italian basket. Coming over the close corner. Trying to pass the legs of the defender and trying to pass but losing the ball there. So now we have two Italian girls, two Canadians trying to recover the ball. Italy recover and is trying to see how to find the next station. There we go. The next player got the ball. I think this is Valentina. Yeah. And now they're continuing in a counter-attack. Number 4, Nicole Pelusio. And number 11, Claudia Ricci is coming, having the pass, double passes, and still underwater. We have the defender of the Canadians right there in position, so passing farther and coming and trying to push the goalie away. Valentina Nicotera is trying to push the goalie, and eventually number 12, great job. This girl, Melanie McDonald, has been really doing a lot.
The entire Canadian squad here working extremely hard.
Yeah.
Being so ferocious, just going for the ball over and over again, trying to get the ball away.
Called by the referee.
The referee called here. And only 5-0 here, 2.5 minutes to go in the second half.
Second match for Canada.
Squadra Azzurro, Italians.
Wide free throw, choking. Wide free throw.
Okay, apparently choking by one of the Italian players. 2.5 minutes. Have all the Canadians. And one trying to come past the defender over the close side. And now the goal!
Oh!
Goal from
The
Canada!
score for
Fantastic! It was such an easy, perfect.
It was
These
just
girls are
swinging in the
dancing and
defender,
jumping.
not looking up.
Really, I mean, the goalie was like kind of relaxed. She didn't expect it, and that was really a fun.
Coming in.
Number
Oh
32.
my God! The
Good
score
job.
for Canada.
Was number 12?
Yeah.
Number
They
12
just
was
wanted to score.
Yes.
That's just the
Was
only
that
objective
Lisa?
they had. They were moving forward every time they got the ball.
They're dancing
Look at
there, and of course, okay, Italy is winning this game anyhow. But I would, if I would be Italy, I would be so mad at myself because this is just a silly mistake.
Time out for Italy now.
Blue team.
Time out, Italy. I'm just putting the microphone so you can hear the atmosphere here cooking. These girls are so happy. They were,
The Canadians.
they have fight so hard. It's the second match. I'm happy for them too.
You know what the next objective of the Canadian is?
What?
Scoring twice.
Let's see. I don't know. It's not a lot of time there.
2.5 minutes to go here in the second
No, a
half.
bit less. It's like 1 minute and something,
No,
I think.
it's 2 minutes and 11 seconds or something.
Sure, yeah.
Pretty sure. Want to bet? Quickly.
You still owe me an ice cream.
Yeah.
Teams get ready.
2:18.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually an Italian ice cream store. We're going to get this one.
Okay, let's see. Italy is a little bit in shock, but still the dominant team of the match. But this shows that you can never kind of relax for a second because
You cannot rule out any team here at the World Championship. And you see those Canadians fighting.
They got energized, They're like, they have a lot of adrenaline now, and let's see if they can put it into the game.
Yeah. Not me, but
Italy is going to win the game. You cannot revert. Yes. They have
amazing.
also like some.
Again, going for the Italian basket here. 2-on-1 situation, but cannot move in properly. Now, scored once, they can do it twice. That's what they're going for. Ball dropping down. Picked up by the defender. Going for the counter-attack here.
Wow, that's come from the blind side and recovered number 15.
Really hard on
Elisabeth Girard.
Chad said Lizzie going strong here. We want another one. Yeah, that's right. 1 minute to go in the second half. Canada versus Italy.
Italy is winning this game 5-1, but Canada is not letting it go. Every centimeter they are fighting. These girls have played another game earlier today and still now in the mood of scoring. And there they come, another counter attack. 40 seconds.
Oh, the ball pass a bit too sloppy.
Fefe there. This is not going to happen. I'm going to score before they score. And she's fighting against the defender. Yep. Oh, there was, okay, for a minute there I thought it was a bit of a difficult change.
Italian coach here, chanting forward, shouting at the players, trying to give him instructions. Missing monkey fact, you can't hear him on the
Wide free throw, taking the head.
Now 15 seconds to go.
15
Wide free throw here for the Canadians.
I've scored 8 seconds before the finish.
6 players forward for the Canadians.
Come on, girls.
We'll see
everybody.
if they are able to score again.
Okay. Let's see. I think the Italians are going to go put every player underwater they have.
Yeah. Canada, I think they just want to score once more. They will.
Yeah.
If I was Canada,
just
put
for
6
the fun
players
of
up
it.
front, move them all
Everybody's
to the basket.
going. Everybody should be going. Everybody. Number 3. No, who is the one there in the middle?
Why is there a goalkeeper back?
I don't know. You
don't need a
go with
goalkeeper.
everybody. Go. You have to
forward.
go. Go forward, number 7.
He tried to move on. There, the
Okay.
game's over. 5-1 here.
5-1. Fantastic
The
game.
victory for the Italians.
Yeah,
That
they were
Canadian fighting spirit. Not.
Anyone, you want to go and do an interview to the Canadians?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Blue free throw.
I'll do it.
Holding. Blue free throw.
No, there's still 1 second. There's
One
still 1
second.
second to go.
Sorry.
Oh. The blue free throw execution and end of the game. Oh, Canada.
Magnificent game from the Canadian
Good
girls.
side.
Really well played. Second game of the day for these girls. They are playing with 10 and really fight spirit there. Thomas is going to look from one of the girls and talk to them. I mean, it has been a tough day for them, a long day, but they really have done very, very well. And the Italians, made it a little bit difficult for themselves at the beginning, and eventually they recovered, showing they were the favorite, the stronger team. 5-1. I think no one of us counted it that maybe Canada would be able to score, because they were really having trouble to get to the goal of Italy. But eventually, it was a minute there. The Italians were a bit distracted and they scored. So really, congratulations to Canada for a very, very good match. Also to Italy. Tomorrow we start at 8 o'clock. The first game being, let me see, I'll let you know in a second. I need to open the schedule. So we have tomorrow is Thursday, and we have continuing for the group playing between the for the 9 to the 14 place is the U.S. women against Denmark women, and that's at 8 o'clock. At 9 it's Great Britain and Slovakia by the men. They're playing for the places 13 to 16. Then we have the women, Turkey and Sweden, and so forth and so on. And then we have some semi-finals later in the day. So check the schedule. Be ready. Thanks for being there in the chat, giving your feedback, interacting with us, being there for the girls and the boys playing this tournament. And I see Thomas coming, so I'm trying to say goodbye. Talk to you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great day, a good afternoon, a great night. Good night if you are going to sleep.
Interview screen, bitte.
Doesn't matter in the world where you are. Thank you for watching. Talk to you tomorrow.
All right, I'm standing here with number 2 from the Canadians. The first ever goal scored here for Canada in the history of female Canadian underwater rugby. Big excitement.
Yeah, I'm super happy. I think the girls too. I think this score is not me, it's the team, the teamwork. We never give up and we play hard.
You can see the fighting spirit. You only have 10 players now left here. 1 player injured. You came here with 11 players in general, and you keep on fighting throughout the entirety of every game and make it so difficult for all your opponents. So great effort there, and once again, say congratulations to you all for this championship. Super happy for you all. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your tournament.
Yeah, thank you. I like to say thank you for all the girls. They accepted the challenge and we did it so well. I am really proud of all.
Congratulations.